Support Laneside. Get something cool.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Laneside Reviews. As always, I'm the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter. And we've got some really exciting stuff to show you on this episode, so why don't we take it Laneside and see how it's stacked up.
All right, guys, here is Wayne Porter, our speed dominant player.
He's bowling the typical house shot.
Yep, the China. Now, normally you would not...
Boom.
Yeah,
He nodded at that one. Yep.
Normally you would not play these strong kind of pieces on a house shot unless you were a speed dominant player.
Yeah.
So...
Whoa.
Come on, dude.
Warp the world here.
Yeah,
Just
apparently.
woo.
We go through a warp pipe.
So...
Normally... You know, your speed dominant player
Yeah.
out of the gate, absolutely, you'd see these. But when we did the solid, it was a little too slow.
Yeah.
It got him there, and it had a good look, but
Yeah.
it didn't quite have the motion. This one looks a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more about this one?
It's got the same portal core that was in the other prisms.
Yep.
And this one has the Act 2.0 activator.
Oh, yeah, the new activator composite technology.
Yeah.
Can they make these a little easier to say?
Well, I guess I could have said Act 2.0.
Yeah,
but people are like, what's Act mean?
Exactly.
So
they call it Fred. This cover stock is Fred.
Yeah. No, this is the evolution of the solid.
Yes.
So because of people complaining about a little bit of lane shine, a little bit of, they've put a little different additives, kind of tweaked it a little, and then changed the surface on it.
It's brought up the motion quite a bit. It's sped it up. And yeah, you know, I'm not sure what they changed that way, but this cover, 360, 500, 2000, very similar to what we saw out of the original solid.
Yeah.
Through our entire testing, all three bowlers, we didn't see any lane shine.
Yeah.
So whatever they've done with this one is definitely
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, it just gives it that little bit more length.
Yep.
But they didn't go full on hybrid, right?
Yeah.
So.
This sits a little bit more between the hybrid and the solid. So it's still early. It's got that really early ultra low RG core.
Yeah.
But that cover stock doesn't quite burn up as quick.
Yeah, exactly. And anytime you don't have to touch your ball with the pads to adjust it back after every game or anything like that.
Don't you know there's an epidemic on? You should not be touching anything.
No face, no nothing.
No nothing.
No nothing. 6 feet apart. Six feet apart.
Yeah, left-handed here. And you can see he's not doing anything special. He's not twirling it. He's just letting it roll. This is a perfect ball out of the straight out of the box for your speed dominant players.
Yeah.
Also dot and dynamic core.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Dot and dynamic core.
So tell me about your experience with it here. You've thrown the solid and the hybrid.
Yeah, and I liked out of the two, I think I liked the solid a little bit better. The hybrid was nice.
But I know everyone knows you don't like shinier.
Well, I
stuff.
like stuff to roll.
Yep.
Right. I like to get it in a roll because I do come around the side a little bit more, just off my hand.
Yep.
My track's kind of in between. I'm just an in between kind of guy.
You need it to lose that tilt, get into a roll. That's understandable.
This one, awesome. I get to play a little bit straight, so I'm not having to get in deep and keep it in the oil as long. And as I say that, I just get down the middle of the lane.
Well, no, but that's it. You don't have to, but when you moved in, it still had some finish.
Still had to finish, right? And that's good. It's because I'm not perfect.
No, but you just talked about you had a 300 game once.
Yeah,
with an avalanche out of the box.
Yeah, once upon a time. Look at that 10.
Oh.
Is that gonna fall over or not?
I don't know.
It's kind of on its side. But this ball's with dynamic core, and it's just it's the evolution of the prisms. It's just every time they come out with one, I think that just gets better and better.
Yeah, they learn every time they do it. Now here we have the lane level. You can see a little bit more of that motion down here. You can see it drops in and makes a strong motion through. When we were doing the solid, and I'm going to try to do a video shortly with us once the bowling center opens again.
Yeah.
The solid was just a little bit slower, and maybe a foot, maybe 2 feet earlier, I think.
Yeah.
It's not much, but
No.
it's just enough that it was using up energy that as they start to break down, you had to get out of that ball faster.
Yeah. This one I could definitely see playing longer, for
Yeah.
sure. Longer into a block, especially if you get to move lanes.
Oh, yeah, especially if you're trying to create your own friction, this
Yeah.
thing definitely has that.
You see this one inside, just still shaped up. Nice light
Can
hit.
opener.
Dynamic core.
Dynamic core. All dynamic core.
That's why I love dynamic core. I love light hits. You can see just roll up.
Yep. And you see the strong...
That was too light.
Strong change of motion, though, down lane, which we didn't see from the solid.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about why you'd want to see... Oh, that's good. A little bit more motion down lane. I know myself, when I drill my solids, I use the that method that I've shared in my ball motion videos.
Yeah.
If your...
Oh, that was dynamic core.
Yeah,
that was all dynamic core.
When your smooths get too smooth, or they're too rolly, they burn up and they just hit like
marshmallows.
Yeah, wiffle balls. No, those don't. We don't want to bring that up.
No, that's for training, Rob.
That's for training. That's right.
Training.
It's not that season yet. But when you jump from the solid to the hybrid,
walk off camera. That was a good ball.
That's a walk-off home run. See you later. There was such a jump to the hybrid. It was so much faster down lane.
Yeah.
It almost felt like it was a pearl. So this one, it allows me to kind of have that in between. And we've talked about on other shows, when you have a sport pattern, a flatter one that's already giving you lots of hook, you may not be able to put that hybrid in there because it's too strong. But you still need something that's going to have some pop.
Yeah. And you get down the lane a little bit cleaner than a solid without having to polish all your solid stuff up.
Well, that's it, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with polishing stuff up, going to a tournament and having to sand it down.
But if you're limited on what you can bring, or you don't know what the pattern is, you need something that you can deal with quickly to create the motion you need. You see here, I'm just playing this one. Kind of straight up. Oh! Didn't quite catch that one, but Dynamic Core caught my fall.
It's going to be dot technology, and Dynamic Core is the wave of the future.
Yep. Now you can see for me, because I'm lower tilt, this ball becomes much smoother.
Yes.
Even though it can shape, I can get around it. I can increase my rotation and get it to shape a little bit, like this. It's still smooth, and this is where I talk about replacing my solid with this one.
Yes.
This gives me more versatility.
Oh,
if my solid was too smooth, then when I go to open up the lane a little bit and it starts running out of energy, it does me no good.
No. And it's not that the ball's bad. It's just not fitting for that tournament or that block or the
Exactly.
pattern.
If I'm going to be on a completely flat pattern, if I'm on 40 feet flat, I'm probably taking the solid above this one.
Oh, yeah.
I maybe have this one in my emergency bag when I need to shape them if they stay oily.
That's what I mean. You get that track, but the rest of the lane stays oily, and then,
I can hardly wait to throw this into the short pin proof. That's going to be awesome.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.